Welcome to Crypto News and Investigative Reports. Just kind of want to take an opportunity to give you a news update. The big news right now is this right here, the G20 Summit. The G20 Leaders Summit kicks off tomorrow. Every president is there of the G20. President Donald Trump of the United States is there. There's a list of who's who. The president from just about every country is there. I guess they're arriving today, as you can see from this photo right here. This is their website. This is the president of Mexico arriving. This is the General Secretary of the United Nations is here. The president of Turkey, he's here. The Prime Minister of India, the Prime Minister of Canada, and the Prime Minister of South Korea, just to name a few. Like I said, President Donald Trump from the United States of America going to be there. But I think what's important to me from Crypto News and Investigative Report is what they're going to do regarding the regulations on virtual currencies. That's what I'm interested in, the regulations on virtual currencies, because that's something that they're going to have to work on. Also, what they're going to be, the other people that are going to be arriving are the ministers from the central banks. All of the G20 ministers from the central banks are going to be there like they did in March. In March, they had a G20 meeting in March. And so they're having another one. And during the G20 summit that they had in March, this was tweeted out. Ryan Zagone is the Ripple. He's the director of regulatory relations at Ripple. And this guy, he's everywhere all the time. And I'm pretty sure he's going to be there as well at the G20. I'm sure he's probably going to be in the meeting along with the IMF director, Christine Lagarde. I'm pretty sure Ryan Zagone is going to be there. He was there last time and talking to them about regulations, the regulatory regulations on virtual currencies. And that's what Ryan Zagone does for Ripple. This year, March 13th, 2018, this year before the last one, he tweeted out a document, and this is what he said. He said, ahead of the G20, Ripple's 3 recommendations for virtual currency policies are summarized in this one pager. He called it a one pager. This approach ensures consumers are protected and markets are safe while new promising use cases can emerge. And you know, everything is really said right here in this March tweet right here. This is exactly what Ripple, the company Ripple, has always been focused on, and they are extremely focused. You know, Ripple has the best group working with them in regards to the cryptographer, Brad Garlinghouse, Chris Larson. You know, Ryan Zagone. They've always been heads and tails above the rest of these other cryptocurrency companies. And Ripple Labs has always been heads and tails above the rest. So nothing has actually changed here. Even when he tweeted out this one-pager document, let's take a look at the one-pager document. This is it right here. And he tweeted out in March. You can just go here. I retweeted this, so you can just click here, and when you click here, it brings up this document right here. And it says, virtual currency regulations addressing risk while preserving innovation, the promise of enterprise use cases, and it talks about the digital asset having been a promises technology breakthrough. We all know how awesome it is. We know how the Internet of Value is. We know exactly what Ripple Labs is doing, as well as the digital asset XRP. But it says enterprise and use cases liquidity tool for financial institutions. It talks about that, the liquidity tool for these financial institutions. It talks about addressing consumer risk while enabling enterprise use cases. It talks about that, and then it gives you like this outline here, 1, 2, 3. Recognizing that bans on one-size-fits-all approaches can stifle innovation. Each use case presents unique benefits and risks to preserve future potential and ensure effective rules, avoid broad regulations of the underlying technology. And, because there's so much more going on already. And this was, like I said, this was March of this year, earlier this year. And there's so much has happened since then. The new X Current and what they're the X Rapid has been released, and there's so much more going on since this was released. And number two, virtual currencies use cases, adding risk through a licensing framework. And then third is liquidity tool use case. Then that's the big one. Okay, uh, provide guidance for banks to leverage digital assets. And that right there kind of lets you know that's step three. And that's really been the real pinnacle part, man. That's where the rubber meets the road. That's where they're really working. They're working with banks to be able to leverage the digital asset. And everything we've been going back on since this document, since March, has been dealing with these banks, how to leverage the digital asset. We're seeing an awesome amount of volume. Uh, the volume has just been crazy. But before I go to volume, I hope I don't forget. But before I go back to the volume and talk about this that came out in March, I just want to let me drop this on you real quick. This I went back this morning on some of my old Ripple stuff, and this was a document from April 1st, 2016. And this was a document to the Uniform Law Commission regulations on virtual currencies and business activities. It hasn't changed. And I'm bringing this up, and that's actually what got me to make this video, folks, is that Ripple's persistence on what they want regarding the digital asset XRP, the mass adoption of that digital asset XRP, the focus has never changed. They are extremely focused on making, on mass adoption of the digital asset XRP. They're extremely focused on that. And this is the same document, April 1st, 2016. That was way back then. And here it is. Ripple is a technology company focused on distributed payment technology. And it goes on to say, urges a narrow focus on addressing consumer risk, explains the shift from emerging enterprises use cases, consider regulatory models best suited for new technology. And this was a document from April 1st. And so when you see this document right here that Ryan Zagone released in March, it's the same document that was released in October 1st, 2016. There's absolutely no difference in these two documents, guys. Ripple hasn't changed what they in these documents. Both these documents show that. The one that Ryan Zagone released right here, it says enterprise use cases. Let's find that in this 2016 document right here. Right here, enterprising use cases right here explains the shift to emerging enterprise use cases. That's the same one that he did in March, is the same one that he did in April 2016. April, see? So, they've been extremely focused. Let's go through it a little bit more. It says enabling enterprise use cases. I just showed you that. Addressing consumer risk right here, addressing consumer risk. Same document, guys, that he released in March is the same document that I had back in April 1st. It's the same document from April 1st, 2016. And it covers, it lets us see that XRP's focus hasn't changed. That's what's great about XRP, is that this company, the Ripple company, is focused on mass adoption 2020. They're not changing a thing, guys. They're going right at it. So anyway, with that being said, that's the big thing that's going on today at the G20 Summit. Now, Ripple is going to be there, I'm sure. And Ryan Zagone is going to be there. And like I said, the big thing is that when Ryan Zagone is talking to the ministers of the central banks, the ministers, the G20, those ministers of the central bank, once they get on board, I'm sure they're going to be discussing the central bank digital currencies as well, and how they're going to link that CBDC with their currencies. That's exactly what they're going to do. They're going to take their CBDCs and they're going to link their CBDCs to all of these countries are going to link their central bank digital currencies to their fiat currencies. That's what's going to happen, and that's what they want to do. All right. With that being said, I want to move over to the next thing. The next thing is I want to talk about real quick is, and it's real quick. It was pretty interesting how the conversation about market cap, about XRP's market cap, is really interesting. If you don't follow this right here, if you don't follow this guy right here, XRP News, you definitely want to follow XRP News. I want to give him a shout out. He's talking about the market cap, right? Replying to Coin Market Cap and 4 others, wrong. It says the outstanding shares not float is used to determine market cap of companies. Your ignorant tweets are scaring me, and you got to follow him so you can understand the shares that are outstanding refers to the total asset shares that exist for a company, and he talks about float is the number of shares that are actually available for trading when you subtract restricted shares. In short, float is the amount of stock that is practically available for trading. And he talks, and it was interesting as I watched it, how Coin Market Cap actually is not reporting the correct market cap. Let's take a look at it right here. Coin Market Cap says that XRP only has $15 billion in market cap. And when you go to the XRP charts, when you look at the XRP charts, the market capitalization is $37 billion. $37,607,000,000. That's a real big difference to what Coin Market Cap is showing about XRP. It's only showing $15 billion as a market cap for XRP. And here's my point. Whatever they're doing for Bitcoin, for whatever the market cap is for Bitcoin, they need to calculate the market cap for XRP the same way. You can't have different rules for Bitcoin, and then you can't have different rules for XRP. It's not fair. So I really agree with what XRP News is saying here, that they're doing anything different to calculate the market cap for XRP. If Coin Market Cap is because this is what everybody looks at. Everybody goes to Coin Market Cap or Live Coin Watch to look for market cap, and they see a $15 billion market cap. But those of us that are following XRP, we go to XRP charts and we see a $37 billion market cap. And so I do agree with XRP News that whatever they're doing on CoinMarketCap for XRP, they need to do the same thing for Bitcoin. If they're pulling out escrow or if they're adding escrow, they need to add escrow here or they need to pull out escrow there. Whatever they're doing, it should be the same. They shouldn't have different rules for XRP and different rules for Bitcoin. So that's kind of my take on that. All right. So, okay, ladies and gentlemen, I'm going to stop right there. But the big news is the G20 Summit that's taking place in about 22 hours. And we'll see what comes out of that. We'll see if we get any new regulations regarding virtual currencies coming out of that. All right. Until the next time, folks, y'all have a good day.